San Francisco 49ers select Mel Williams, defensive end, Georgia. The Atlanta Falcons select Jaylen Walker, defensive end, Georgia. The Baltimore Ravens select Malachi Starks, defensive back, Georgia.
Like when you look at these guys, you got guys that love football, not just playing the game on Saturdays, but the way they prepare year-round, from the weight room to individual drills, in the training room, in the meeting rooms. That's what makes them special. There's lots of people who have a lot of ability, but there's so much more than their physical ability that comes with each of these guys.
Being in the SEC for a long time, I knew of Malachi and watched him play a couple of times, and was very excited to get a chance to coach him. Knew he was a talented player, but the one thing that I found out really quickly was that not only is he talented, he's a great dude, and a guy who works hard, and a guy who's constantly working to improve. He wanted to be coached. He didn't want me to take it easy on him, so he was kind of the standard in the room. If I can coach him hard, then I'll be able to coach the other guys hard. And he's a guy who I have tremendous respect for. A guy who came to work every day and gave it his all. He's a special young man.
Just a little bit of running, baby. Just a little bit of running. My time at Georgia has been nothing short of amazing. I think when I came in, I was an unexperienced kid who thought he knew football, thought he knew a lot about life. Dog Nation really showed me what football was.
With Malachi, you're getting a guy that can really play any position in the secondary, really intelligent, smart, high character, gonna have an impact on others, gonna be able to be a guy that can run the show back there in the secondary, can line up and play man-to-man against a team's best wideout, or play in the deep part of the field. A ton of range and playmaking ability, ball skills. That's what he brings. He's a guy that always gives you comfort that no matter who their best slot, tight end, wideout, whoever that is somebody you feel like can win that matchup and has a great impact on others around him and plays the game with a ton of effort.
Four-year starter, first-team All-American, second-team All-American, three-time first-team All-South, all-Catawba team MVP, 38 tackles for loss, 11 fumble recoveries. Still got the school record for 25 tackles in the game.
A lot of teams ask me, like, what is that difference maker between you and the rest of the guys in the draft? You're not only gonna get a ball player, it's about the people that you want in your locker room. I told them, prime example, me being at Georgia is a prime example, just because you got different people from different places, different morals, different ethics of different people, but everybody comes in underneath one umbrella and knows the goal to win football games and have fun. Because if you ain't having fun, you shouldn't be out there doing it.
I love you, brother.
From the day I met him, he's been a guy with a ton of passion and fire and energy, a ton of character. That's who he was when he walked in the door. I love so much the ambition he had for his career, the way he wanted to become an incredibly versatile player, the way he wanted to be a leader. Everything that came to fruition in his career was what he kind of set out for himself.
As a coach, I understand what goes on as far as the decisions and recruiting young men and how they fit within your program and how you want them to fit. And it's not foolproof by any means, but Coach Smart, Coach Schumann had a exact plan for him.
We're going to whenever they say stop. It's all it is work. We can't be scared of work. If you're scared of work, you don't belong here.
But throughout that process, they said exactly what they were going to do. They told us day one that they wanted to develop him into an inside linebacker. And, over the course of the 3 years, that is what exactly they did. They developed him as an off-the-ball backer, but also, utilized his skill set early on as an edge rusher because it was natural to him.
I don't think I would be the full potential of player if I didn't go to UGA, just because the way they use me and the coaches that they have there can the development over the years of the guys that's been there in the past, and of course Coach Smart, and the great coach he is, and everybody on his staff to be the best player he wants. Like, I remember when Coach Shue, he calls me, it's like 6, 7 a.m. and they're like in dog time, early morning run, and he's like, hey man, like, I'm checking in on you, hope you have a great day at school. Like, those things are different. Nobody else is doing that.
If you get Jaylen Walker on your team, you get a guy who energizes the locker room from day one. You get a guy who's going to love his teammates. He's going to love the game of football. He's going to make an impact on others every single day. He's going to be great for whatever organization selects him, but the future is going to be even better than the present, and because of the type of person that he is and the way he goes about his business.
Michael, and let's zoom in on him. Let's zoom in.
When Michael came in 2022, what I felt about him, more so than some of the other guys in the past, is attitude towards work, mentality of learning and making sure he was always seeking knowledge. He really, really wanted to play and contribute as soon as he could get here, and a lot of guys say that. One of the first things that I think of with Michael is he did it with the action. He put in the work.
And when he started out, he was just soft, and he grew into a young man. And I thank God that Georgia developed him the way they did for his future, because football has always been his dream. And I just thank Georgia for the process that they put him through.
With Michael, you are getting, like, there's levels. There's guys who play football, and there's football guys. You are getting a football guy. You are getting somebody with a lot of power and explosion. He's got heavy hands. He can play a multitude of techniques. He can play everywhere from, he's rushed the passer at 3 technique. He's rushed the passer at a 0 before. He rushes on the edge. He's going to always play the game the right way. And the things that make defensive football players good, okay, there's got to be a certain level of aggression, a certain level of effort, and a certain level of football intelligence. That you have to have all of those things, and he's got them all.
Georgia taught him to take it as seriously as a business. It ain't all fun and games. Georgia's not for everyone. But if you come to Georgia and you do what you do and you have success, you go to the league.
Malachi, Jaylen, and Michael, team guys, they really all done a good job to me of compartmentalizing their goals as individuals to the overarching goal of the team, which was what can we do and what do we need to do to win. And that's one thing that I think is really common with them.
Those guys compete in everything they do, and they got pride in performance. But that's not the best part of those guys. I think it's what's between their ears, what's in their heart. It's the thing that makes those guys such tremendous players and tremendous athletes and tremendous people. So I'm excited to see those guys as they take their next step. Being in the SEC for a long, long time, you know how that goes. The best players, leave, and we have to replace those guys.
I'm with the #1 pick in the NFL draft.